Hello class, welcome to the final lesson of the Introduction to Health unit. Today we will examine how we take responsibility for our health. Make sure you check Schoology so you can complete the summary question assignment to get credit for watching the video. There are 3 steps for taking responsibility for your health. First is gaining awareness, which would be the what. Gaining knowledge, which would be the why. And building health skills, which would be the how. Let's look at the 3 of these in a little more detail. With gaining awareness, sometimes we go through our everyday lives just going through the motions. We really don't look at what's happening. And to make change, we have to know what's going on. And we did that in an earlier lesson. We identified different risk factors. So basically in this step, we want to pay attention, like the picture says, pay attention to what's happening. So once we know the what through awareness, we have to know the why through gaining knowledge, learning more about the problem. And we discussed before, we have to make sure it's reliable information, whether we're getting it from a person or on the internet or reading about it. And I love the quote on the bottom because even though we may learn information, we're never going to know everything. Third step is building health skills, or the how. And there are many different skills that we can use. And the first one I have here is applying the health knowledge. Just knowing that's not enough, just knowing those things. If we really want to make change, we have to utilize the knowledge we have and apply it to the situation. Another skill is analyzing influence, and this is something we covered in class. If you remember, we looked at the influence of the media, culture, our environments on us. And we have to look at how it impacts not only us, but the choices we make and help us make good choices. Another skill is accessing information. And this is just finding and evaluating information that's out there. And to the right, I have a summary of determining whether information is credible. And this goes with some of the things we talked about in class, or what makes information reliable, who, where, how do we examine that. Another important health skill is communicating. Most of your differences, conflicts, disagreements come through ineffective communication. So being able to express our thoughts and feelings effectively are extremely helpful for our health and our relationships. And you can see in the graphic below some different skills we can use in communication. Another health skill is making decisions, and we're going to actually use a skill, the decide process, in class for an in-class assignment. But when we look at decisions, we have to look at our values and remember that when you make a decision, it's truly hard to judge whether that's the best decision or not. You just have to make the best decision based on who you are and where you're at that time. A powerful skill for making change is setting goals. And what this does, it helps you move toward those changes in your behavior. So if you sit down and you look at goals, make a plan for that, and then work through that plan, that'll be a great motivator to move you toward making changes in your life. We also want to make sure that we practice these healthful behaviors. Developing things like habit, because most of our behaviors are based on habit. So if we can develop healthy habits, that'll help us with those behaviors. And also, we talked about before, reducing risky behaviors can be helpful because we're looking for a state of wellness, not just our bodies being healthy, but an overall state of wellness. The last health skill we're going to look at actually is advocacy. And this is ways we can make change not only with ourselves, but also with other people and with groups. So we use communication to influence that and support people making health decisions. And it can be any forms of communication. So again, self-advocacy is for yourself, individual, you're speaking up for somebody else, and then you can look at a group and make change. So our ultimate goal is to develop health literacy, which means that we're able to find, understand, and utilize information to make good health choices. So taking all the awareness, the knowledge, the skills, put that all together and make good, healthy choices. So taking responsibility for our health involves gaining awareness, or the what, gaining knowledge, or the why, and also building our health skills, which is the how. And taking responsibility is not easy, but the rewards are that it can give us more power in controlling the choices we make and creating better health for ourselves. And I included a lot of different quotes on responsibility at this end slide. So thank you for listening to the lesson. Make sure you complete the assignment on Schoology to get credit for watching the video.